Good morning, everyone. It's time to wake up for a day in the life.
Welcome to Day in the Life of Allie and Connor.
As you can see, the sun has come up. It's a beautiful day. Our last full day in Tucson. It's time to get ready today, and you guys get to come along with us on that journey.
Good morning, everyone. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Today we are filming a day in our life, which I want to film for posterity's sake. As of tomorrow, we're officially 3 weeks into the trip, so I think it'd be fun to do like 3 weeks in, and then maybe like 3 months in, and then like our last week of the trip film it again, and see just like how much better we get at this whole thing. We've definitely already gotten some good like practices in, I would say, like a good little like system and routine, but I'm interested to see how much better we get at this and like how much more efficient we can make everything in here. So come along for a day in our lives. Connor! Open the fucking door. Connor keeps slamming the door. It's been a major point of contention.
That one was perfect. I wish I could say I did that on purpose.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Come along for a day in our lives. One of the most inconvenient parts of all of this journey for me so far has been needing contacts and being a retainer girly. Introducing our nighttime caddy. This is our caddy with all of our stuff for like our nighttime routine, so like skincare and whatnot, and it doubles, of course, as our morning caddy. So we pull this out every night and do our routines, and then in the morning wake up, do all of our stuff, and then we put it away for the day. So it's a pretty efficient system so far. Is this too much information? As you can see, it's a very glamorous lifestyle. Oh, and my contacts are always so cold. Okay. Motherfucker. Hopefully you can hear me over the sound of the generator. But now everything happens pretty fast. We've got our bowls for our oatmeal, coffee going, and then the cups for our coffee going as well. Everything is very important at this step. 4 scoops of coffee. Now the challenge of getting into the actual oats. And if there's a trick for this, will someone let us know, because Connor is breaking his fingers trying to open it every day.
Can you see that?
You can, yeah. I feel like there's gotta be an easier way. Meanwhile, outside, the kettle is heating up. Okay, so Connor gets 1 cup of oats. I usually go for like 3/4 of a cup because I have texture issues. Okay. Meanwhile, Connor grabs creamer and butter from the fridge. We add a little bit of protein. I kind of eyeball the rest of the ingredients. Secret ingredient. Just a little. So if we've played our cards right, the water should be just coming to a boil by the time all of this is set up. Breakfast is served. Packing cubes. All right, we are about to take off, heading to our hike for the day. This is our longest hike we've done yet.
Yes.
So we've got extra snacks packed for me. As always, Connor's got the Grateful Dead pumping. So most days kind of go like this. We wake up, have our oatmeal and coffee, and then if it's not a like civilization day where we're doing showers and groceries and laundry, or like a technology day, we are usually going for a hike kind of first thing.
Or some physical activity.
For some physical activity. We've done like disc golf. This is our first day that we're going to attempt 2 hikes maybe. We'll see how I feel after the 5 miles. Usually it's me holding us back from doing too much. So we'll see how I feel. I didn't wear pants today because we learned from our first hike that it's very easy for me to overheat. So our only other mission today of something that we have to get done is buy more ice for the cooler. We probably should have done that a couple of days ago. So I think that we thought that we could get away with just buying ice on grocery days like once a week, but I think the ice melts a little bit too fast for that. So go ahead and buy some more today, attempt 2 hikes today, and then see where the day takes us. That you drive by have saguaros in their front yard, and we were wondering if that increased the value of the property or if that was more like a hassle, like, oh great, now we have to take care of the saguaro because it's illegal to cut it down, right? Yeah, so it's like
almost like a hindrance where you're like, well, I guess we have this now.
Yeah,
because like they're massive too. So if you had it like in your front yard and it fell over, it would definitely crush your car.
Oh,
so
yeah.
Like it's also like, yeah.
I mean, it's like having a tree on your property. But yeah, interesting debate. Made it to the trail. Sunblock first. Ugh. This is 50 SPF. It's sticky. Oh, way, man. Fast recording. This might be overkill, but today we're doing trekking poles. It's only like a 5-mile hike.
I like trekking poles. I think trekking poles are nice as fuck anyway.
Anyway, just
I
every
almost
hike.
would put them on any hike that's like over 4 miles, yeah.
Wow, that's us today. I've actually never done a hike with trekking poles before.
I like it.
So, this will be a first for me. Doesn't it make your arms like really sore?
It doesn't make your arms sore, but it just kind of like lets you, it's not a Wii remote.
I don't have to strap in.
No.
Do you go
Support.
same arm or like this?
You can go either, but I go like one at a time.
It makes me feel like an alien.
Yeah.
Yes, ladies and gentlemen, he is left-handed. Did you put my name?
I put the Fletchers.
The Fletchers? I'm no Fletcher.
Yeah, you are.
I'm signing my name. An update for the people. Trekking poles, they're fine. In other news, I forgot my mini Vaseline, which means my lips are about to get chapped AF. Which means it's gonna be a rough day. All right, guys, we're about 2 miles into our original trail, and it goes down this hill another like 0.7 miles or so, but we just talked to some local people and they said it's 2 miles up this way to the tallest peak in the Tucson Mountains, in this mountain range.
In the West Park.
In the West Park. So I think we're gonna tough out 2 more miles, which will make this total like an 8-mile hike at the end of the day. So now I'm especially glad that we packed snacks, and these are actually helping so much. How are you feeling?
Pretty good.
Wish me luck on the rest of the hike. Okay, those local people made this sound like it was gonna be a lot easier than it actually is. I keep thinking that we're going to the highest point and it's gonna level out, and then we just go around another bend and it's still uphill. Still pretty nice though. Excellent views. Terrain unlike any I've ever seen. So, how you feeling up there?
Pretty good. Nice trail.
He's leaving me in the dust. And a lovely little section of purple and yellow flowers, which makes me think of my sister. I think if she was doing this hike with us, she would be cussing up a storm. All right, we're thinking that we have found the final peak. Connor says it doesn't look that bad. Luckily there's switchbacks the whole way up, so at least it's not straight to the top. Shady spot to lay down. We still have 4 miles back to the bottom. All right, folks, the descent has begun. 4 miles back to the truck. Sat up at the top for like 20 or 30 minutes. Had some snacks, recharged. Although Connor made us leave before I fully digested, and now I have a cramp.
It's not a swimming pool.
Pretty cool hike. Still got to make it to the bottom, but feeling pretty good.
We're on our descent now. This is a pretty good hike up. That's funny because we weren't originally going to go to the peak. So we took a roundabout way to get to the peak once we realized how close we were, and ended up being like the longest hike you could take to the peak. So right now, definitely worth it, but we'll see how we're feeling at the bottom to see if we should have done the 3 miles up or the 2 miles up to the peak.
I don't know how or if you guys eat tuna, but when I eat tuna, I like to put some mayo and mustard in it. You know, make it a little more enjoyable. But, of course, this is not a luxury that you can have at the top of a mountain. So I just had to raw dog that tuna, which I've never done in my life. Leaves an aftertaste, I'll say that. What I wouldn't give for my mini Vaseline or a stick of gum. Okay, guys, we made it. That last mile or so got pretty rough. Sun just started beating down on us, and it was a lot further than either of us remembered that it would be. So we're alive. That's officially pretty much the longest hike I've ever done. The only one I've done longer was 9 miles, and that had a lot less elevation gain. So probably the most strenuous hike I've done to date. Now I'm gonna clean off my face. All right, how you feeling?
That last mile was pretty rough, but besides that, it was nice.
Yeah.
It got we had the sun beating on us, and then that last mile was, instead of being on rock, it was through sand. And on the way up, it wasn't that big of a deal, but on the way down, it was like, oh right, walking through sand sucks.
Might have overexerted myself a little bit, but honestly, feeling in a way better spot than I expected. 8 miles deep. Special thank you to Liz and Amy, my workout instructors, for having me in the shape that I'm in, that I could bust out 8 miles like that. We are kind of using this time as, I keep calling it conditioning, basically trying to get ourselves to kind of have like more capacity to do bigger and bigger hikes. When we get to the bigger, cooler parks, we want to be able to do any hike that we see that looks really good. So feeling good about that. My lips do feel very chapped though. All right guys, we are making our way back to camp. We stopped and had Chipotle for dinner / early lunch. Shout out TCG for the gift card. Typically in a real day in the life, we would go back to camp and cook something for dinner. Our dinner options are very varied at this point. More often than not, we actually will have like a pretty big lunch around like 2 or so, and then maybe like snack later in the evening. But just with doing dishes and whatnot, it's easier to eat earlier than late. But we decided to kind of treat ourselves with the success of a 8-mile hike, and because we are planning to leave our campsite tomorrow, so we didn't want to go back and have a bunch of dishes to clean after dinner as well.
Plus, we love Chipotle.
And Connor is the dish doer in this household, so that was more of your decision than mine.
I've got a lot of power.
I think we are going to make it back to camp and kind of just unwind for the rest of the night.
Get out of the sun.
Get out of the sun. That is per usual. Typically we get out and kind of do whatever we're going to do for the day, make it back to camp usually by like 4 or 5, and then just kind of have like 4 hours to kill before it's bedtime, which is why we go to bed so early. So it's like 3:30 right now. My main goal is to not accidentally take a nap in the next 5 hours.
Oh yeah.
Sweet salvation. Good evening. Been back at camp for about an hour now, just having some decompression time, some relaxation. I would call this kind of like decompression time / like mindfulness time every night. Try to do like meditation, yoga, journaling every day. So I'm gonna journal now. Okay, Connor is wrapping up the dishes outside now. I'm gonna start getting ready for bed. Connor wants me to inform you that it's only 5:14. Nighttime caddy. What a great system. First and foremost, giving myself a mini shower. I almost forgot to show you guys our most important daily task. Guys, we're freaking tired. It's like 6 o'clock. I think we're both totally zapped. So,
Yep. Very long day.
very long day.
And we're moving tomorrow, so that a lot of prep goes into that. So
Sun's setting now, so probably gonna continue doing nothing for the rest of the night. Moving to a new campsite tomorrow.
Yep.
Kind of sad to be leaving Tucson, but excited to go where we're going next.
Au revoir.
Au revoir. Thanks for watching, everybody.
Arrivederci.
We'll see you next week.
See you next week.